Okay guys, I just wanted to show you how I do my morning coffee. So I've got 2 cups of coffee in the blender. I'm gonna add, I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. This is the MCT oil, so it's like a pure coconut oil, so I add this for more fat. And I'm gonna do about half a tablespoon of that. And then I just do a couple squirts of stevia. I've never bought this before. It's not my favorite. I like the better quality stuff. So that's all I put into my blender, and then I just blend it up. Dex. Come on. Let's go. All right, so I finished my coffee, and I'm just gonna take my calcium, magnesium, potassium, and my B12. And I'm gonna take I'm gonna drink an electrolyte drink right now. I've been really bad at having this every day, and it's really a good idea to keep up with your electrolytes when you're doing the keto diet, especially strict keto. So yeah, I'll just put that in there. I'm gonna add water almost to the top, a little bit of ice, and good to go. Oops. Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome to day 3 of the January Keto Challenge. So far so good. Yeah, so it's afternoon. I woke up just before 11, had my bullet coffee, so I showed you that and what I put in it. It's my version of a bullet coffee. Took my dog for a quick walk, and now I'm just home getting ready. So today I work from 3 till 10, watching 3 little boys that I've been watching for almost close to 4 years now. So I've worked with that family for a really long time. So I watch them until 10, and then basically from there I go to my night job, and I work from 10:45 to 7:45 in the morning. So it's going to be busy. I'm not gonna have a chance to come home and prep any more food. So I'm going to do as much food prep as I can before I go and really plan out my food for the day. So I will take you with me. Gonna get going on that in about 10 minutes, and I'll show you what I'm gonna make and what I bring with me to set myself up for success. All right guys, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm really gonna quickly throw together chia pudding. I'm gonna make some chia puddings, keep them in my fridge. I'm gonna take 1 today, and then I'll have 3 for the next couple days. Super, super healthy snack slash meal, whether you're doing keto or not. I've been eating these long before I ever started the keto diet. So I will show you how I throw these together. These are all the ingredients I use. A bit of shredded coconut, coconut milk. I always add hemp hearts. I put pumpkin seeds in there, chia seeds, and a little bit of stevia. I love it with blackberries. These I'm not going to put in right away. I will just have these on the side and add them when I'm ready to eat it. So I'll show you how I throw this all together. Okay guys, so this is super simple to put together. So I will just show you what I do. You can do all sorts of different variations of this. So I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in each. 2 tablespoons is 100 calories. Carbs are 9 carbs, but fibers are 8, so it ends up being 1 carb per jar, just from the chia seeds, for 2 tablespoons. So, and 2 tablespoons is plenty to get it to thicken up. And then I'm gonna do about, these are all sticking to my thing here. I'm gonna do about 1 tablespoon of the Hemp Hearts. So the Hemp Hearts are about 180 calories for 3 tablespoons. I'm only gonna do 1. And the carb count, it's 1 carb for 3 tablespoons and 1 fiber. So basically it just cancels itself out. So this is just a really great way to add fat and protein and omegas into your diet. And you really don't even taste it or realize this is in there. Yeah, this is just a really great health boost and 0 carbs. So you can't beat that, right? So 1 of those. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of the coconut, shredded coconut. So this is higher in carb count. It's 10 grams of carb for 50 grams. But it's 8 fibers, so it ends up being 2 grams of carbs. And I don't think a tablespoon is 50 grams. I'm gonna do some calculating on my phone and I'll get back to you on that. But I just do about a tablespoon, maybe just a little bit under. It adds a lot of nice flavor and I'm not too concerned about the carbs. So we got that. And then pumpkin seeds, totally optional as well, as is the coconut. The pumpkin seeds are a bit high in carbs, so 4 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fibers, and that's for 40 grams. So I don't think we're putting anywhere near 40 grams. I actually am almost out of these, so I'm just gonna sprinkle like just a little bit in each. This could also go on after. You don't have to add it right now. It could just go on top at the end, which I do sometimes. I just wanted to show you this. So yeah, I just sprinkle some in each. This helps with fat. And also it's just, I mean, I don't know. These are super healthy and I want these to really pack a punch. So I think it's good to add the nuts. Last but not least, I'm gonna add my coconut milk. Coconut milk is high in fat as well, so that's really great. And carb count, it's 2 carbs per 1 cup, but it has 2 fibers as well per cup, so basically it's another one that will just cancel itself out. I'm just gonna measure for the sake of being able to enter it into my FitnessPal. Usually I would just go to basically fill it to almost to the top. So that's 1/3 of a cup. So it's probably about 2/3 a cup. I'll just measure this one. The other ones I'll pour just so I have an idea. I'm gonna say we'll be just under a cup, which is good. Yeah. So it's gonna equal to about a cup per jar. So again, guys, this is super, super healthy, amazing macros, just really good whether you're doing keto or not. This is such an amazing snack. So this isn't my favorite stevia. This is the first time I've bought it. I usually get the organic ones and they didn't have it. So I'm just gonna put a little squirt in each, just because it does need some sort of sweetener for sure. And then the trick for this is, if you look at this, the chia seeds are gonna tend to stick to the bottom and the sides of the jar. So you just wanna stir it really well and scrape the sides as you go. Try to get, because they'll clump. So try to get all that up and away and keep it from clumping at the bottom. Otherwise you're gonna get mouthfuls of just clumps of chia seeds. And then just stir it really, really well. So I'm gonna keep doing this for all these jars, which will take you know, a couple minutes. Okay, so I've got everything really well combined. This particular brand of chia seeds seems to be extra clumpy, but that's okay. And it actually doesn't bother me if there's some clumps. What happens is it gets really gelatinous and it'll thicken and turn into almost like a pudding consistency as this sets. So I'm just gonna put the lids on all the jars. These should set, I would say, for at least a couple hours. Usually it's really good idea sometimes to do it overnight. See, there's a little bit clumped in the bottom of that one, but that's okay. But I'm gonna bring one with me for today. It's gonna be hours before I actually eat it, so that's okay. So for the one that I'm bringing with me today, I'm just gonna take some blackberries with me as well and add those on top when I'm ready to eat. So I just have a tiny little Tupperware container. I'm just gonna fill that with blackberries. I think blackberries are about the lowest carb fruit or berry that you can get, and I love them. Yeah, so some people might say this is a lot of blackberries that I'm gonna eat for keto, but I don't think it's too bad, and I'll put it into my tracker and it will be just fine, I think. So there we go. That is one I will bring with me, and then I have 3 for the next few days for a really healthy snack / meal. This with like half an avocado would be a great meal, or even this with some broccoli, like some veggies and dip, something easy like that would be fantastic. All right, guys, so now I'm going to prepare some more food, the rest of the food that I'm gonna bring with me. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use, I don't wanna eat all my kids' chicken that he prepared last night. I wanna save some for him. So I'm gonna only eat maybe half of this. And I think what I'll do is I'm gonna put it on top of the rest of the coleslaw that I have left over. So that will kind of be a meal, that probably with, I'm gonna cut up a few chunks of cheese to add on top, and that's like a full meal and will keep me super full because it's very high fat. As well, I'm going to cut up a bunch of cucumber to eat just as a snack at some point. And I'm gonna take a little more of the chicken, like just cut off some big pieces of chicken to snack on. And I'm gonna bring an avocado with me. I don't know if I'll eat the whole thing or not. I'm thinking, I haven't added anything to carb count, but I'm thinking that will put me over my carbs if I was to eat the whole thing, but I could probably eat half of that. Remember, I'm also gonna have that chia pudding with some berries. So I think this is a lot of food. I would rather have more food with me and not eat it all than have not enough, be hungry, and reach for the wrong food. So I'm just gonna get ready here and I'll show you how I prep this to take with me. All right, so the first thing I'll do is just use up the rest of the coleslaw, throw that in there. And then I'll just take a couple, maybe just one big scoop of that. Let my son have the rest for when I throw in a bun or something. My other son is in the background making noise, getting himself some food. Sorry guys, I gotta get my knife out of the clean dishwasher here. All right, so I'm gonna cut up a bunch of cucumber. So super simple for that, just cut it all up. Let's see here, I don't know if this is all gonna fit. know what? I'm just gonna put a little bit more on the side. Okay, so just gonna wipe my knife off. Okay, so far we've just got some cucumber, coleslaw, chicken salad, and now I'm gonna also bring some of this. This would go really good on top of the chicken salad and the coleslaw. Pretty good chunk. And then I'll just dice this up. And then that'll go into this little compartment here. So I'm just gonna fill that up. I got somebody next to me waiting for a piece of cheese. So I'm not gonna eat this entire piece. It was a pretty thick chunk that I cut. Maybe one more. Okay, so this looks like an amazing meal to me. You could also add half an avocado to that, and like that is so nutritious, it's delicious. Yeah, I am really happy with that, and I have no doubt that I will be completely full. That will keep me full for hours because of the high fat content, and it's pretty low carb. Okay, so the only other thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut off a few chunks of chicken at some point in case I just feel like snacking. I know I already have chicken in the chicken salad sandwich, or salad. It's not a lot of chicken that I have in there, so I just wanna bring more. Like I said, I wanna set myself up for success. I may not even need it, but I'd rather have it and not eat it than not have it. So I think that's all I'm gonna bring. Let me just find a container. I'm really low on, I'll put it in here. So I'm just gonna put it in a container. I'm gonna leave the skin on, higher fat content, right? And that is a fantastic snack for any point in the day when I just feel like snacking. Okay guys, so just a quick recap. This will be my food pretty much for the day. So I've got my chia pudding loaded full of nutrients, high fat, low carb, amazing option with my blackberries. That will keep me full for hours. Then I've got, I guess this would be dinner, right? So salad with chicken salad, some cheese, some cucumber. I will likely add at least half of this, if not more, I'll let you know. If I'm feeling like snacking at any point, I'm gonna eat just this rotisserie chicken. If any of you have been watching me for a little while, you know that I tend to crave sugar around 4 in the morning when I'm at work on overnights, and this is my little treat. I know it might not be the best option, but this is what I drink on overnights. So I have that at 4 in the morning. I'll be bringing my water with me and filling that up as much as possible throughout the day. So as you can see over there, I finished my electrolyte drink, and I also had my bullet coffee. Okay, so I just want to talk about the bullet coffee for a minute. I've had people say how, like, it doesn't seem like I'm eating a lot, or why am I not eating till so late in the day? As soon as I get up, I make myself that bullet coffee, and seriously, it keeps me full for a couple hours. It's probably, I think it's over 300 calories in that coffee, and it's extremely high fat content. So that's part of what adds to my calories in the day and what keeps me from wanting to eat. Gosh, what time is it now? It's like 2 o'clock now, and I'm still not hungry. So I had my coffee at 11. Plus, just being in ketosis, that helps too. I know that it's a later day today. Like, I'm not going to even be done my day until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So waiting till later in the day if I'm not hungry to start eating is probably ideal. If I start eating now, then I'm just going to want to keep eating. If I was hungry, I'd eat, guys. I'm telling you, if I was hungry, I'd eat. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to save this for later in the day when I'm hungry. And yeah, it's all about listening to my body. So I just wanted to touch on that. I'm going to finish getting ready, throw all this stuff in a little lunch bag, and I'm going to get going in about half an hour here. So I'll show you throughout the day, or let you know how much of the avocado I eat, and I'm going to sit down and do some of the calculations for the food tracker. So I just also wanted to quickly say, if you're new to this and you're tracking foods, track them as you go. For me, in February, it'll be a year since I started keto. So I really know the foods that I can eat. And just by looking at the food that I've prepared, I have a really good idea of where I'm at throughout my day. So I'm just more entering it in at the end of the day for myself as well, but mostly to show you guys how to count your carbs and that kind of stuff. I hadn't been tracking my food for months before I started doing the January challenge. I just thought it would get me back to like really being on track and to more strict keto, because I'd been doing fairly lazy keto, which means I wasn't tracking, and I was eating some foods that maybe I wouldn't eat when I was doing strict keto, but that my body was okay with, like just being more lenient in the foods I eat, which is fine too, right? But yeah, I will enter those foods later on in the day when I get a chance. But if you're just learning about foods and you're just starting, I highly recommend tracking as you go, so you can learn about the different foods you're eating and have an idea where you're at. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
You can move him, and it's actually your advantage.
Okay.
So I will force him.
All right.
Like if you're not going to that fast.
A free. So Jess, you get one of these. Actually, we each start with something. We each start with these. We each start with one of these. And then
I can't get it from under there.
get a piece of wood. Then
I got six click points.
now it's your turn, Jess, to roll the dice.
Hey, look, I popped the cherry. Do you want to be the clicker?
Sit. Where do you want to move this guy?
How do I decide?
You just pick one of these islands.
Well, is there strategy involved?
This luck and like doing the right thing,
I'm
getting the
gonna say right there.
swords. You get 2 swords now because you put them down there. Is that your turn? And
All right,
you
guys, so it's 4 o'clock, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm probably gonna eat all of this, I think, and I'm gonna save the other food for later on. Remember, guys, it's late in the day, yes, but I work full-time nights, so my schedule's a little screwed up. So anyways, I'm gonna sit down and eat this, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, so it's 6:30, and I'm about to eat this bowl of chia pudding, and it looks amazing. Okay, so it's now 9 o'clock. I'm gonna eat the chicken and half an avocado here pretty quickly. I'm still at the house where I was watching the boys. I got them all to sleep, puttered around, tidied the house for mom and dad a little bit, and so now I thought it would be a good time to just come back and check in with you guys. I did have a chance to sit down and enter all the ingredients into MyFitnessPal for the chia pudding, and what it came out to was actually 17 grams of carbs, and but there's 14 grams of fiber. So essentially, one of those chia puddings is 3 grams of carbs, which is fabulous. It's about 350 calories, and the fat, it was just over 25 grams of fat. So the macros on that are fantastic. When I add the amount of blackberries that I added, it only ends up being another 3 grams. So altogether that was 6 grams. So not too bad. I will say after eating it, I feel a little bloated. Like I've talked about before, in the past I would never notice what made me feel bloated, because I think I just walked around in a constant state of feeling bloated every time I ate. I'm thinking it's probably the coconut milk, and I do remember that a little bit in the past. I haven't eaten that. I haven't made it in a couple months, so not too bad though. So anyways, it's it's really good food. So that's not going to keep me from eating it. I don't feel that bad or like sick or anything. I just feel a little bit bloated. I love that I can recognize that in my body now though, and sort of pinpoint what it is. Anyways, I don't know that I'm going to have a chance to pop in again tonight. I will be stopping to grab a coffee at Tim Hortons on my way to work. If I have time to stop at a store, I'm going to grab a thing of whipped cream to bring to work. I have my stevia, so I can put that in my coffee. If I don't have time, guys, I'm just going to get a coffee with whatever the cream is that they put in it, which is higher carbs than whipped cream, but still I think I have it left in my carb count anyway and my calorie count for the day. So if I don't see you again, I'm going to sign off now and say goodbye here. I will, at the end of the day, when I'm at work, I'll enter everything into the carb manager and I'll show you guys as usual what everything added up to for the day. So pretty awesome. 3 for 3, 3 days, 3 videos. I'm going to try again for tomorrow, maybe a little bit later in the day posting just because I'm about to start my night shifts, but I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Alright guys, so here's how the day ended up looking once I entered it into my FitnessPal. So I was at about 1,600 calories. Carbs were 53. It doesn't show it here, but fiber was 30. So that ends up being about 23 grams of net carbs, which I'm okay with. As long as I stay in the 22, 23 carb range, for me, that's totally fine. Fats were pretty good. It could be a little bit higher, but that's not bad at all. That's actually pretty high. Protein was about bang on where I want to be. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with today's food and how today went, and I will just insert quick clips of the macros and the other charts that I usually do at the end of the video. Just keep in mind though, when you see the chart with the carb count, it shows it's much higher because it doesn't subtract the fiber for me. So it's gonna have this number, but remember we subtract 30 grams of fiber from that. So all in all, I'd say it was a good day.